Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Seduce Me, the Otome. And last time we visited Grandpa to know to get no answers, sadly, and we wrecked Malix in the face. And it was over. Malix was gone, and the boys were finally safe. A wave of relief ran through my body at the thought of never having to deal with that group again. At the same time, a ping of realization hit the back of my mind. The boys were only going to stay until after Malix was defeated. That was our deal. As we approached home, I could feel something heavy weigh down my heart. It was late, but the boys let me inside and turned on the lights in the lobby.
Finally, we can relax.
Yeah, I agree.
It will be good to have some rest without devils breathing down our necks.
I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
Yep.
Hmm.
Damien's just like, whatever. I looked at Damien, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know about my thoughts on the situation. Yeah, bed sounds good. I want to just end tonight. Too much had happened and I felt dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping all of us from moving.
Should we be gone in the morning?
No, what? The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. They had remembered their deal, and were now awaiting me to decide their fate. However, I knew my answer. I couldn't keep them here. I knew I couldn't. They were demons, and I was a human. I needed to deal with my own life beyond anything else. If the boys stayed, my life would only become more complicated. I think that would be best. James nodded in agreement, keeping a professional tone in his voice as he replied to me.
Then we will be gone before you wake, miss. Thank you for letting us stay here as long as we did.
It's fine. I could feel the upset emotions of the incubi reverberate in the room. What? But I couldn't change my mind. I had too much going on in my life to let them stay, no matter how much I wanted them to.
It was a pleasure to have served you, beautiful lady.
Thank you, Eric. It was hard watching each boy turn away from me for the last time. I stood there, waiting for them all to leave the lobby.
I guess this is goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah, bye Sam.
Have a good
I
one.
don't like you anyway. I struck to my guns. I knew I was making the right choice.
Thank you for having us, miss. Maybe we'll see each other again.
Yeah, bye. Maybe, maybe not.
Goodbye.
Bye, Damien. As Damien left my sight, I finally let in air that I was denying into my body and sighed. My life would return to normal, well, as normal as it could be. However, I was smarter and wiser than before. I knew of things beyond humanity now. I had come to learn about the boys, and about the existence of the supernatural. I wasn't blind to what was beyond human life. Learning of this made me more open-minded. I nodded to myself before heading into my room, closing the door, and mentally allowing the reality of the situation to sink in. Tomorrow, I had school. No devils to kidnap me, no incubi to wake up with. Yes. I went to bed that night, accepting and not regretting anything. Dots? Or so I had hoped. Oh my god. The game would not be just that short, right? I've been playing for what? 2 hours only? Or maybe 3? That would not be it. Diana?
You are an interesting creature.
Hi. Excuse me, hi. I opened my eyes to see a woman staring down at me with a very sly smirk on her face. And a huge double chin. I opened my mouth to scream in fright, but a hand quickly covered my mouth.
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl.
This is awkward. I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak not having the strength to move and fight her off. She was very beautiful, but I felt more anger than amazement.
Why do the boys like you? You're unique.
Is this like their mother?
But that can't be all that you have going for you.
Oh my god, what? Rage began to consume my core again. This woman, whoever she was making me mad. She must have known as she let another smirk grow on her face.
Ooh, you're feisty. That could be why.
Excuse me, who the fuck are you? Before I could bite her hand in anger, she removed her hand from my lips, standing up and staring down at me from her place next to my bed. I quickly sat up and glared daggers at the intruder. Who the hell are you and why are you in my room? The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for an answer.
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can
She's
call
a
me
demon.
Diana,
Alright.
little human.
Hi, Diana. Diana, demon? You're a demon?
I am. But I'm much more than just an average demon.
Fucking stop. What do you mean?
Silly girl.
I mean, yeah, I could figure that out, but what are you gonna... I stared at Diana in shock. A succubus. First incubi, and now a succubus. Great. I have now met both genders of sex demons. Perfect. Diana crossed her arms under her bosom and looked at my body.
Well, you are pretty.
Fucking stop.
A goody little two shoes, aren't you?
I mean, I wear 2 shoes, but I moved out and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Well, I came here to clean up what the boys clearly forgot to clean. Men. So sloppy.
Fucking what? No. What do you mean by that?
I mean erasing your memories, sweetie.
Fucking great. Thanks. The woman wasn't serious, was she? She comes into my room and spouts this? This was ridiculous. I began to walk towards my door, wanting to leave the room. The boys could get rid of her. I had no mind about dealing with her myself.
The boys are gone, sweetie.
So she can read my mind as well. I froze in place. What? They were gone already? No way. I turned to Diana, glaring hard at her as she kept a smirk to me. You're lying.
Am I? If you want to go see for yourself, you can. But I promise you'll be wasting your time.
Alright. I stared, trying to find any hint if she was lying. She had to be. The boys wouldn't just up and leave without resting first, right? Diana crossed her arms and waited for me to make a choice. I decided to believe her for now. I'd find some hint in this conversation. What do you mean, take my memories?
Well, we demons can't have just anyone knowing about us. You have to completely devote your soul to learning about us. And even then, it's not always guaranteed that you can be granted knowledge of us.
Alright. What makes me not deserve to know everything? I was attacked by devils. I found the boys in my house, wounded and sheltered them. I think I deserve to remember those moments. Diana let out a laugh, running a hand through her hair before looking back to me amused.
You were attacked by a gang and were almost killed. You found 5 homeless men and let them stay in your home. There's nothing special about either of these instances.
True that. Yes, there was.
A human like you can't understand the rules.
The
Boys
rules.
themselves aren't even aware of the rules. They'll learn soon enough.
Oh, they're young. Diana flipped her hair before looking to me with a stern look.
Listen, sweetie. You're not going back to bed or leaving this house with those memories. I'm taking them from you one way or... Listen,
sorry.
sweetie. You're not going back to bed
I'm sorry
or
for
leaving
scrolling
this
up.
house with those memories.
My mouse was being dumb.
I'm taking them from you one
One
way
way or another.
another.
I glared, standing my ground. You're not taking my memories. I'm not letting you take them, cause that's how it works.
And what do you plan to do with them, huh? Tell the press? Gossip to your friends that demons exist? Confess to your parents that you had demon servants and were almost killed by a devil gang?
I'm gonna look for answers. My grandpa, you know. Now she was making me mad. Did she seriously think I was this stupid? These memories were precious to me, and I wasn't gonna let her win over my mind. Were they precious? I don't know, they stood for like 4 days. These memories are important to me. I know that other creatures exist. I know that magic exists. I'm more open-minded now.
Open-minded or gullible?
What did she mean by that? The point of being open-minded was to be open to all thoughts. How was that anything close to being gullible?
There is nothing to learn from remembering the boys that won't bring trouble. I'm merely saving you from that. There are more than just demons who want to keep their existence a secret.
I can imagine.
There are many creatures in this world that don't want to be known of, and you remembering a small fragment is not acceptable to them without good reason.
True, true. But my grandpa magic displays, maybe... Lana smirked.
If you would have kept the boys, or at least had one of them around, they'd be a little more lenient to listen to your pleas. However, you're about to go into tomorrow without any of them around.
Hold on. If you would have kept the boys, or at least had one of them around, they'd be a little more lenient to listen to your pleas. I couldn't believe my ears. There were more than just demons. Other fictional creatures existed. There was a system? What? Dinah snapped her fingers, lifting my body up from the ground with her magic.
Look, I can kill you and no longer waste what little time I have, or I can erase your memories and go on with my life. I have more important things to do above arguing with you.
I looked down at the ground to see something that made every nerve in my body quickly quake in fear. On the ground was a large open mouth with sharp wet teeth, leading to an empty black abyss. I could feel the heat from the mouth's breath pant against my floating body. Oh my god! I looked to Diana, who was looking at me with a stern and almost heartless gaze.
Make a choice, sweetie. Give up your memories, or be a demon's snack. I warn you, he's quite the biter.
I was panicking. I was about to die again. The boys weren't here to protect me. What was I gonna do? Make a deal. Then I remembered. Demons had a conscience. They weren't heartless without reason. She could be reasoned with. She seemed like a businesswoman, yeah. Wait.
What? You're wasting my time.
What about a deal, huh? Dinah raised an eyebrow. I was afraid she wasn't one to listen. What if she was as ruthless as I imagined her to be?
I'm listening.
Thanks. Wait, really? Was she really willing to listen to me? Okay, she can hear our mind, by the way. She didn't drop me in the pit of death, but she didn't let me out of her spell. Now was a good time as any to try reason. I'm gonna save. Hold on. I have to save this. Okay, yes. And then back. Oh, it worked this time. Okay. Now was a good time to try as any to try reason. Those memories are precious to me, but they're not worth losing my life.
Of course.
Of course. I mean, if I die, people will wonder and try to find explanations to why I died or where I disappeared to.
Then just hand over your memories.
What if I traded them to you instead? You seem like a reasonable businesswoman. A trade is better than forcing me to give in, right? Oh, it's not actually. This was insane. I didn't even know if she was willing to listen. She already had me hanging over a pit of death. The only thing I could hope for was her being forgiving enough to listen to reason.
Well, speak your terms. What do you want in
$1
exchange?
bazillion? I let out a relieved sigh. She was willing to listen further. Well, what can you give me in return for them?
I'm a demon. I can give you anything within reason. Money, men, women, power. Name it. Just make it worth the price.
Okay. She could really get me anything? My mind began to wander. What did I want? I want power. Hold on, I want power, yeah. Lana raised an eyebrow at me.
What kind of power?
Anything, I just want to have it.
You want power, but don't know what kind of power you want. Interesting, human.
If I become a succubus right now, it would be awesome. I watched as Dinah walked over to me and gripped my chin. She examined my face, which made me wonder what the heck she was looking for. Did I have something on it? Did I not wash it properly? Dinah's eyes seemed to almost glow as she looked into my eyes, which both scared me and made me feel warm and fuzzy because she was a fucking succubus. Dinah shook her head, a look of dissatisfaction on her face.
You're too goody-goody to have that kind of power.
Oh boy. I raised my eyebrow. What kind of power was she talking about? Oh, she was gonna make me a succubus. The pit beast below me closed its jaws, vanishing into nothing as I was lowered to the ground. I stood up straight and looked to Dinah, resolved. Dinah sighed before closing her hand and muttering Latin phrases, because Latin is always magic, under her breath, loud enough for me to barely hear. Then she opened her hand and revealed a small purple vial. This is getting interesting. What is that?
A memory potion. It will remove all of the memories of demons and magic from your mind. With the memories gone, you can live your life as free as you want.
Okay. What about the boys?
I have a spell for them. As soon as you drink that potion, you sign your contract with me, and I will take the boys back to where they belong.
Well, what are you giving me in return? Will they remember me? That
I'll
doesn't
make
matter.
sure they won't.
Great.
They won't even remember ever thinking about coming to the human world.
Okay. Why didn't you use it before now? Why do I have to drink it knowingly? Because I struck a deal.
Because demon magic isn't black and white, dear.
Thank you.
The one catch is that the potion has to be drunk with full natural consent. So I can't just slip it into your chocolate milk or pour it into your mouth as you sleep. That's the downside of good succubus magic.
Alright. So I'll be...
A plain, boring human. No potential, no abilities, no memories to even have abilities. You'll be a plain Jane girl in a plain Jane world.
I nodded before looking to the vial. My memory in exchange for my humanity. What? Oh, yeah, that's... So... I popped the cork of the vial and gingerly brought it to my lips. Hold on, really? Fucking... Whoa. Goodbye magic, goodbye demons, goodbye strange future. Hello normalcy. I tilted my head back and chugged the drink down, feeling its magic already starting its work as it reached the inside of my mouth. I felt dizzy and sick, but I sucked down every last drop of liquid, so being human is the gift that I get, yep. I felt the memories of the boys fade away. I never met them in my house when I moved in. I never was attacked by Malexer's goons. I never was kidnapped. I never met Diana. As I finished drinking, I felt my body grow weak, almost becoming unable to continue standing up. My vision was blurred and fuzzy, and I couldn't help but let my eyes shut. I asked for this. I wouldn't have the boys protecting me anymore. I didn't even open my eyes when I finally fell toward Diana's arms. Oh.
It's for your own good, sweetie. Forget about it and be normal.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I felt my mind slowly relax. There were no demons, no devils, no magic to drive me crazy. Everything was normal, everything was peaceful, everything was ordinary. Just the way Diana wanted. Just the way I wanted. Eventually, the morning arrived and the sun screamed at me to get up. Surprisingly, I woke up before my alarm clock, which was nice. I stretched out and quickly got dressed, getting ready for school. I went over in my mind what had happened over the weekend, suddenly feeling wary. I had moved in Friday night, held a house party Saturday, and enjoyed my day Sunday. Yep, sounds right. I burped. Oh my god, I burped again. This is the third time, I'm sorry. I scooped up my bag and headed downstairs to the dining room. The room was empty and I felt hungry. I needed to eat something. I made myself some quick toast and coffee, needing a jump start. I felt drained and I did not want to fall asleep in class. Something bothered me though. My house felt empty, or at least emptier than when I came for some reason. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it slightly bothered me. I finished my food and quickly rushed to the front, waiting for Naomi's car, and confident that nothing was gonna happen. I avoided talking about what had happened yesterday. I'll be riding with you guys from now on to and from school. As we entered the school, we quickly gathered our things from our lockers and headed to class. There were no events to my surprise. Naomi and Suzu took their seats around me, Suzu in front of me, Naomi beside me, before the class bell rang and the class was greeted by our teachers. History wasn't as boring as economics, but I still managed to space out in the class just the same. I decided to keep my eyes on my notebook. I began to scribble random doodles, some which struck out to me more than others. I had somehow managed to doodle a small bear with a heart on its stomach. I cracked a small smile at the image, imagining the heart lighting up on my paper as I pressed the eraser of my pencil on it. I remembered what had happened last week, slowly frowning at the memories of my grandfather. I guess it was still hard to let him go. To lose someone is never easy, but I knew that moping and letting his memory get to me wouldn't do any good. I felt, though, that he was watching over me. As stupid as that may sound, I felt that I was somehow safe. Like it was okay to not focus on school or my future and just live my own little world. I could be a little girl and draw pictures instead of plan out the rest of my life and be perfectly happy. Sadly, I knew that it wasn't realistic. Graduation was slowly coming up and my mind had wandered into the future once again. What was I gonna do? I'm gonna keep this episode longer because I wanna see what's going on actually. It was hard to think about. At this rate, I just wanted to wing it. No decisions had to be made ahead of time in my little world. No disappointments would come out of whatever I decided to do in my little world. Hell, maybe I could have found a perfect magical love in my little world, and life would just turn out like a dream. It was sad to think that my world wasn't real, yet my heart still wished that it was. It gently squeezed inside my chest, almost convincing me that magic could be real. My mind knew better. I let out a small sigh, letting my little world hide away in my thoughts as the class bell rang. Naomi and Susie smiled at me, making me feel a little better. At least I still had my friends. I quickly gathered my things and left to my next class. My life became a blur. I was once again surrounded by people moving faster than myself as I walked through my life in slow motion. I felt that I could stop and the world would continue moving in high speed. Memories of childhood haunted me throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month. Soon I let my entire last semester pass me by and I was on the cusp of graduating. I never felt more nervous about my life. What would happen after I touched my diploma? Would real life just sweep me away? Would I be left alone in a void of my own doing? It was hard to say. I stared at the graduation forms covering my dining room table, unable to process all of the information on them. I'm gonna graduate. My mind settled into a hushed rumble at the thought of graduating. I was nervous, excited, worried, bored, anxious, and angry all at once. What was I gonna do? Where was I gonna go after all this was over? What was in my future? And why did my house feel so empty for the last couple of months? I sighed and put my forehead against the wood of the table. My head had begun to spin and I needed it to stop. Closing my eyes, I counted my heartbeat as it pounded in my head. What broke my concentration was my doorbell ringing. I hope it's like our parents or something. I lifted my head and walked over to the lobby to open the door. Who is it?
It's your father.
Hi, Dad. My hand froze on the doorknob. Why was he here? I could practically feel the incoming lecture we were about to have emanating from the cracks of the door. What's going on? I felt my nervousness take hold of my emotions as I simply stood there staring at the frosted glass on the door at my dad's figure. What is it?
I wanted to talk to you. It's important.
Okay. I opened the door, ushering him in. There was no use in denying the inevitable. My father stepped in and looked around the lobby like an investigative health inspector. I couldn't help but press my lips together in irritation. What did you want to talk about?
You've kept the place clean. Good.
Thanks. Thank you.
I want to talk about your future.
My favorite topic. Great. What about it? I'm going to graduate and go to college.
That's not what I meant. I meant about you being part of Anderson Family Toys.
I wanted to do that, right? I stared. Was he serious right now? Did he really want to add another stress point in my life? I felt myself glare out of pure irritation with the topic. What about it?
Do you want to be part of the company?
Oh my god, really? Was he seriously asking this? Was I getting an option? This had to be a test. This couldn't be real. You said I was to be...
I said, do you want to be part of the company?
I felt my mind go blank. Did I want to be part of the company? If this chance was real, this was my one chance to do what I wanted without expectation over my head. I wanted to be free. I want to fly high and find my own path of life. If that was really a future with the company, I would be taken there on my own choice, not on the command of my father. If my future took me far away, then I want that chance to go. No, I don't.
May I ask why?
I want to choose my own future. I don't want to be stuck to expectation. I felt my mind begin to fill with ideas of the future, dreams, and goals that I could possibly fulfill with a new freedom. I want to decide what I want to do with my life, If it's with Anderson Family Toys, then I want my heart to bring me there. My heart tensed in fear. Was he gonna scold me? Was he gonna be happy? What was he gonna do? His style almost frightened me to death.
You should do what makes you happy.
Alright? What did he... Hold on, guys. Alright, I'm sorry for that, guys. I had to just get interrupted for a moment. Also, did he really just say that? Dad?
I'll admit, I've been harsh on you.
Yes.
I thought that me pushing you would make you confident to take the family company. With you being in this place, though, I was worried that you'd turn out as curious as your grandfather.
Curious on what, exactly? Then why did you send me here? Hold on. Also, what curiosity?
Because I wanted to see what you would do if you weren't constantly under my influence.
That's good. My dad placed a hand on my head and rubbed it gently as I stared up in confusion at him.
Looking at you now, I see a grown woman, ready to take on the world. I deeply regret not being the dad I was supposed to be.
Suddenly, I felt my dad pull me into an embrace, burying his head in my shoulder. I stared wide-eyed over his shoulder, unable to take in what was happening. Was he hugging me for real? Was he seriously in regret?
I should have let you be a kid a little while longer. Now that you're grown up, I can't guide you anymore.
So he wanted to guide us more. I began to shake. This was real. This had to be. This was too emotional to be a dream. I gripped onto my dad, making sure my senses weren't lying to me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. My dad pulled back slightly and gently moved a strand of hair from my face, smiling at me.
I love you, sweetie.
And then I broke. The world finally was able to freeze completely as I held onto my dad and cried into his shoulder. I let my mind completely empty and fill itself with memories of my dad and me. He used to be kind. He used to care. Something took that dad away from me and now he was back. I could feel his love for me as he held me close and let me cry into his shoulder. He finally said, I love you. Daddy?
My baby girl. I'm so proud of you.
I leaned completely into my dad's embrace as he supported me to stand. I felt like a little girl again and it was both pathetic and blissful. I didn't care. I was with my dad. My dad gently pulled away and kissed my forehead, letting me hiccup with a small smile.
No matter how old you are, you'll always be my little girl. I may have screwed up your childhood, but let me make it up to you in the future.
I nodded, wiping my eyes. I finally could have a dad who didn't see me as an investment, but saw me as a daughter. My heart was jumping in my chest in joy, while my mind filled with happy thoughts. I felt like I could do anything now. My dad rustled my hair a bit before stepping away from me.
Now, I have to take your mom out to dinner. It's been a while since we've gone out, but I think it's time to apologize to her as well.
Okay. For what?
For being a burden she had to carry. She's always supported you from the sidelines, but I didn't let her completely be a wife and mother. It's time to make her happy now.
Okay. My dad and I smiled at each other. We understood each other now, and I was happy beyond words. My dad left my house, but not completely alone. I know that he would support me now with whatever I wanted to do. I smiled and held my hands to my chest, feeling my heart pulse. I'll be okay.
Yes, you will be.
Fucking... Seriously? Diana, please just GTFO. I was having a moment here. Also... Hold on, I quickly turned to the voice to see a woman dressed in a black and gold dress smiling at me. It was as if she appeared from out of thin air, and I went into defense mode. Who are you? Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna stop the episode here because I have things to do now. Because I just got busier in the moment that I was recording. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you indeed did, do not forget to drop a like. And if you want to see further content from me, please consider subscribing. The next episode will be pretty amazing, I feel like, because we have Diana right in front of me, it's not over yet. I thought it was gonna be over. I was seriously thinking that it was gonna be over. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you later. Bye.